In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell them I'll be there.
Welcome to Food, Friends, and Fun. I'm Bob Powell. Do you believe we've been doing the show for a year now?
I can't believe it's been a year. My name is Barbara Powell. A little over a year ago, we brought this idea to Paul and the crew at Village Television, and we said, we have this wacky idea to combine cooking to try to entice the seniors to cook and entertainment. And they said, okay, sounds wacky, but go ahead and do it. And they've really decorated up every little episode with lots of fun graphics and music and all that. So thank you, Village Television, for giving us this opportunity.
Right. I also want to thank members of the Theater Guild and the Old Pros. They donated their time and helped to entertain you over these past few months.
Yes. So today we are celebrating the 4th of July, and everything is red, white, and blue on this show. Isn't it, Bob?
Yes, it is.
But do you have a fun fact of the day?
Matter of fact, I do. Did you know that July is National Hot Dog Month?
That makes sense.
It does.
4th of July. Yep.
Yep. July 1st is International Joke Day.
My kind of day.
Mm-hmm. July 2nd is...
Did you forget again?
July 2nd is I Forgot Day.
Rib shot.
No kidding. July 7th is International Cherry Pit Spitting Day.
That was easy for you to say.
Wow.
What about watermelon spitting contests?
No, that was last month. That was June.
Do they have watermelon seeds anymore? Everything's seedless.
That's true.
Oh, well.
And July 13th is, and I'm not making this up, Embrace Your Geekness Day.
I have no idea what that means.
Me either. Zero.
So we have a great show lined up for you today. We have the new Harmonaires. It's a group that's been around in the village for many years. They do beautiful harmony. They're all women, and they are going to be performing for us from the Performing Arts Center.
We also have Tony Barr singing or pantomiming or whatever. Trouble in River City.
You got Trouble in River City from Music Man. I know I always say all these movies are my favorite movies, but that's probably my favorite movie of the summer, along with Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Correct.
We have me and Carol cooking red, white, and blue food for the 4th of July.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, you know, we celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks, hot dogs, and family. But don't forget, the 4th of July is really Independence Day. Now here are Al Hicks and Lee McMorris to tell us more about the history of our country.
Take a look.
The War of Independence began on April 19, 1775 in Lexington, Concord, Massachusetts, about 16 miles from Boston. 700 British soldiers were given what they thought were the secret orders to destroy a colonial military supplies in Concord. Due to an elaborate colonial intelligence network, the Patriots were aware that their supplies were at risk and moved them to different locations long before the British began to move. The first shots were fired just after dawn in Lexington the morning of the 19th. The colonial militia, a band of 500 men, were outnumbered and initially forced to retreat. The British Army pressed forward to Concord, where they searched for the supplies in vain. While the British were searching, the American militia reformed and met the enemy at North Bridge in Concord. This time they were successful and forced the British Army south to Boston, starting the Siege of Boston. The American War for Independence was now in full swing. The shot heard round the world was a line in a poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson wrote this poem to commemorate a monument in Concord about the battle which started the War for Independence. His grandfather actually witnessed the battle at North Bridge. Another famous Concord resident and neighbor of Emerson was Louisa May Alcott of Little Women fame.
By the rude bridge that arched the flood, their flag to April's breeze unfurled. Here once the embattled farmers stood and fired the shot heard round the world. The foe long since in silence slept, alike the conqueror silent sleeps, and time the ruined bridge has swept down the dark stream which seaward creeps. On this green bank, by this soft stream, we set today a votive stone, that memory may their deed redeem when, like our sires, our sons are gone. Spirit that made those heroes dare to die and leave their children free, bid time and nature gently spare the shaft we raise to them and thee.
A year later, the Continental Congress appointed the Committee of Five on June 11, 1776, to write the Declaration of Independence. You all probably know that Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and John Adams were on the committee, but the other two men were Roger Sherman of Connecticut and Robert Livingston of New York. The Declaration was adopted on July 4, 1776, at the Pennsylvania State House, now known as Independence Hall. It announced that the 13 American colonies, then already for over a year with the Kingdom of Great Britain, would regard themselves as 13 independent, sovereign states no longer under British rule. This was the first step toward forming the United States of America. The beginning of the Declaration of Independence has 106 of what we believe are the most powerful words ever written.
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Thank you, Lee and Al and Bob. Listening to the words of the introduction to the Declaration of Independence always gives me chills. Now, you're going to be enjoying the new Harmoniers, and they do beautiful harmonies, and these gals are really going to give us a treat today. And actually, I get a little misty when I hear them. Take a look.
United we stand. United we stand. United we stand. America. It's a gift to be simple. It's a gift Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village television. Grease for peace.
Well, welcome to the cooking portion of our show. Carol's back with us after a 2-week break. We are cooking red, white, and blue food, and we're not actually cooking. We are assembling today. So, Carol loves America, as do I. And tell us about your granddaughter.
My granddaughter is at West Point Military Academy. She just finished her first year, so we're very excited as a family.
Yes, and she got a scholarship for
softball.
Softball. So there you go. So Carol's grandchild isn't young enough to really kind of goof around with doing this, but if you have little ones at home, this is a lot of fun. So we're going to make a red, white, and blue salad. We're going to put in 2 cups of cubed watermelon. Now, I bought the watermelon, the seedless watermelon, and I cubed it up.
She cubed every one of these cubey things.
All by myself.
But if you're like Carol, you would go to the produce department at Stater Brothers and buy it already cubed.
Yes, you would if you were Carol.
If you were Carol.
Then I bought these blueberries. It's 2 cups of blueberries. So we've got red and blue. And then we have white, we have jicama. Now jicama is fun because it gives a little crunch to the salad, and it's also healthy for you. We've got the...
Healthy for you.
It's a prebiotic. In other words, the probiotics that you take feed on the prebiotics. So it's food for the probiotics. It's good stuff for you. And then we have feta cheese. Now if you're a vegan, you could probably use another substitute type of cheese.
And it's very good for me to have such a healthy thinking neighbor.
Yeah, because she gets all my samples.
Yes.
Okay, and then we are going to make, we made actually a dressing of 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then we put in a little bit of this chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's, which is really nice. And then we're going to put it on the salad. And it is delicious and simple to make. You've got the blueberries with the antioxidants. You've got the watermelon with the electrolytes. And you got the prebiotic with the jicama. And it also tastes really good, and it's healthy for you.
And then we're going to move on to something less healthy for you, but very cute and very tasty. We bought these little cakes at Stater Brothers. We sliced them on their little mounds with our little trusty knife. Then we put these little strawberries in between on these little slices.
We sliced the strawberries thin, and then we cut them in half, and they just kind of fit in there just beautifully. We kind of made that up yesterday, didn't we, Carol?
We did. Yes, we did. We did.
We did it on the fly.
We did it on the fly. And it is cute and fun and very festive, and happy 4th of July, everybody.
And it's something that Carol can do, in fact.
Carol can do it. So if Carol can do it, you can do it.
Anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it.
And it's, you know, not the healthiest because it's a pre-made angel food cake, but it's really fun, and every once in a while you have to have a, you know, cheat day.
And then we put the center of the blue with these little berries.
We've got our antioxidant blueberries.
Antioxidant berries, yes.
And then
our whipped cream around the outside.
We still need to get you to art class, Carol. No, that looks good.
All
right, Carol is cooking, everybody.
Yes, Carol's cooking. And then we have these little flag skewers. We cut some bananas kind of thickly. But I think we're going to start with a berry. Now these berries are bigger than these berries. These are about 1/4 of an inch thick, are they, Barb?
Yeah, and we're trying to make it look like an American flag. As you can see over here, if I can reach across here, it looks like a little American flag with the blue and the white and the red. And again, we've got the same basic ingredients. You can lay it on a plate. We've got a marbles from the Dollar Tree, and we put them in this mason jar, and then we got the skewers, and it fits in there. It makes a really nice display. You can use styrofoam. You can use plant, the green stuff that you arrange flowers in, or you can put it on a plate.
And if you're very crafty like I am, we're just about to produce an American flag.
An American flag. Now you can do them like this pattern and then do red and white for the stripes, and you can make it look all fancy schmancy, but we don't have time for that today.
Or you could also, instead of laying it like this, you could also lay it like this and put more layers of bananas if you had it on a plate.
Yes, you could. You can
Yes.
get really creative with that. And you could actually do it with jicama or any other, you could do it with marshmallows even, which isn't really super healthy, but it is kind of fun. So we hope you enjoyed these really quick, fun 4th of July ideas, and we hope you'll do them with your friends or your grandkids and enjoy the fresh fruits of the season. And I guess that's it for us today.
That's all, folks.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks. See you next time.
Well, Barbara and Carol, I know those treats are yummy because I road tested them in the kitchen yesterday. Our next guest is Tony Barr, who has done Club Talk and Trading Post. Tony first performed this next number in 2011 in our main stage play, Give My Regards to Broadway. You got Trouble in River City. Take it away, Tony.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly mighty proud to say I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad leave to yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bop-line game, I say that any boo can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper, hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on Dan Patch? Make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patched or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They were trying out Bevo, trying out Cubats, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble! Oh, we got trouble! Right here in River City. Right here in River City. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here. Got to figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Our children gonna have trouble. Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell. Aha, and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble. Oh, we got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here in River City. With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. That stands for pool. We've surely got trouble. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Our children gonna have trouble. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is a devil's tool. Oh, yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh, yes, we got trouble. Big, big, big trouble. With a T. Gotta rhyme it with P. And it stands for pool. That stands for pool.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cart Mart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cart Mart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Well, we enjoyed the new Harmonaires so much that we decided to have them on the show 2 times. So here are the Harmonaires again doing another Americana medley, and then we're going to talk a little bit with Pat Gardner about the Harmonaires. Let's watch.
Of the icing America, my country 'tis of thee. Of the icing America, from sea to shining sea, from snow-capped mountain ranges to oceans white with foam, from the Colorado plain to the rocky coast of Maine. This is the land we call home. Of the icing America, my country 'tis of thee. Of the icing America, from sea to shining sea. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. Of thee I sing, America, my country 'tis of thee. Of thee I sing, America, from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea. Of thee I sing, America. Of thee I sing, America.
Well, today on our program, we are blessed with a singing group called the New Harmonaires. And Pat Gardner is their choral director,
That's
not
right.
choir director, choral director. And I'd like to ask Pat exactly what are the New Harmonaires?
Well, the New Harmonaires are a group of women who love to sing. And we have been singing all over the place for a long time. In fact, we are one of the oldest clubs here in Laguna Woods Village. But we have moved into the new age, and we have updated our songs to, and that's the reason we're now called the New Harmonaires. I want you to also know that we have a member here who has been in our group since 1988, and her name is Marge Champlin.
Hey, Marge. Wow.
We also have a fantastic choral director and accompanist and arranger. And we couldn't do without her. Her name is Joanne Udall.
Hey, Joanne. Well, Pat, today we've done some patriotic medleys and songs because it is the month of July. But you obviously have a ton of different music you perform. And where do you do these performances, and how often do you perform throughout the year?
Well, first of all, we have a wide range of repertoire and can meet anybody's needs for a performance. And we sing here in the village at the clubhouses, we sing for organizations, we sing for various clubs, but we really have made a wider range for our vocal activities, and that is by going out into the community, into the various retirement homes that surround our village here. We even sing over at Sylvester Center with the lunch bunch over there.
Well, that's great. Mm-hmm. I can vouch for this group. They're called the New Harmonaires because their harmony is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to thank all of you ladies for being on the program today, and I wish you continued success.
Bob, I wonder, could I just mention one more thing?
You can.
Because we're terribly proud of our scholarship program. We have had a scholarship program since the beginnings of time, and it has moved into, well, we've always worked with the local universities and colleges and music students from those programs. But in the past years, we've moved over and are closely working with UC Irvine's music department, and that has been a very successful arrangement. We're terribly proud of this. The monies for our scholarships come from our programs, they come from our members, and they come from a variety of people who love us and support us, and especially support our scholarship program.
That's great, Pat. I want to thank you all again for being on our show. Thank you for watching our 4th of July show.
That's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. We want to thank all of our special guests, the New Harmonaires, who performed on stage at the Performing Arts Center for us. We want to thank Lee McMorris and Al Hicks, who did a tribute to America. Beautiful reading of the poem and beautiful history of America by Al Hicks, and thank you, Lee. And we had Carol Coleman, my famous cooking assistant, doing Red, White, and Blue, and not the one, the only, Tony Barr. Professor Harold Hale. All right, that's our show. See you next time. Happy 4th.
Happy
4th of July. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell them I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a share. When the party's getting the glow on, the singing fills the air. If there's room for one more, then you need me for sure, and you can tell them I'll be there.